SL63 AMG came in with a rather disturbing issue. Maybe it's a head gasket, I don't think so. I think it's the head bolts. This one is quite notorious for breaking head bolts, especially when there's an older type and a newer type. I'm really unsure. There's no service historic on this vehicle that we know about. It's imported from Japan, and they leave all the paperworks. So we will need to pull the engine on this one, open it and have a look. And while we're in there, we're gonna swap the pistons and the rods. And why are we doing that, you say? Because hopefully this one will get boosted. And this one, they will take about 800-900 horsepower in stock configuration, especially if you have the 030 code, the performance code. But we will upgrade the pistons and the rods to handle all those components. Will handle over 1400 horsepower, 14 to 1600 horsepower. And we will go from there. And we have some headroom. And we also lower the compression from 11.2 to 10.8, I think it was. Or was it 11.3 to 10.8? Just to make a little more headroom for excessive boosting. Okay, I'll show you some nice shiny parts and I'll start tearing out the transmission and the engine. Yeah, so here is the shiny bits. Beautiful parts delivered for us from Top End Performance down in Florida. Steve at Top End Performance, top-notch guy, always delivers and comes through with the best parts. So this is JA pistons and it's powder conrods. So yeah, this should be set for the aluminum lining inside these AMG engines. And there also is a pack with the total seal rings. So when this time comes, these parts, I'll bring you with me, and you guys will be able to see how we proceed with all the stuff that's going on inside the engine. So yeah, but this is really strong parts. I've been running this in turbocharged engines for or this style, this eye profile style of conrods. Really sturdy stuff. I like them a lot. They definitely defend the price tag, if you ask me. They can handle a lot of stress, and that's just what we want inside a boosted engine. This will also be a daily driven car, so it's important to have that back in mind, that this one will be driven often, and that also sets a little bit of standards for what type of parts you can put inside. So now comes the big job of taking everything down or up. I'm not sure yet. My garage is quite small, so I don't have the hydraulic table. So I think I'll be taking out the transmission first and then try to take the engine up from above. But we'll see. If I meet a whole bunch of trouble, I'll rethink it. All right, let's get to it. Okay, I'm sorry about that. My camera went out of battery, so it shut off, but you missed only a small portion of me wrenching underneath the car. The transmission is out and looks good. This one has only about 60,000 kilometers or so, so it looks brand new. This is the MCT clutch. So this doesn't have the ordinary converter. It's a 7-speed transmission with a, I think it's a 7 or 9 plate clutch, wet clutch in there. It's a neat setup. The engine from this side looks really good. Looks brand new. No oil leaks. Looks really nice. So yeah, now the job starts to take all the connections and all the pipework off and try to get this engine out of the car from the top. All the stuff I see on the internet is people taking them out from the bottom side along with the front suspension. But I will try to avoid that because I don't have the right tools to do that. And I also needs to make new, I'm gonna try to make a new set of exhaust. You see it's really tight up there. And look how clean this engine burns. I have not cleaned inside the exhaust, it's just how it was. And it looks absolutely, there is no soot at all. That's pretty amazing actually. So yeah, I will try to make a set of headers or shorty headers or something that is better than this original manifolds. Yeah, so I'll give it a go. And then I think the engine needs to get in and out of the car many times before I can say I'm done. And that's why I want to be able to take it out from the top. Look at that manifold. Absolutely clean. Huh. Yeah. And this has been running on ordinary petrol, so okay. That's the first. Yeah. Engine looks nice. So I'm gonna lower the car and start pulling off hoses, connections, and hopefully get the engine out in not too many hours. I take out the transmission last time. So I've been doing some stuff behind the scenes here. All the small nitty-gritty coolant lines and stuff like that has been removed. The transmission is out, as you saw on the last video or on the last clip. Coolant lines are off, AC lines are off. So I'm trying to pull this unit out as one complete thing. The thing that is left is to remove the main engine harness from the chassis. And then I think we try to lift it up. Yeah, hopefully that works out fine. I would rather pick it up from above and then to loosen the whole front suspension. This is due to I need to make some headers on this thing. I see that is extremely tight. There is not much room for headers on this chassis. So I think it will be a compromise, maybe 4-2 to 2-1 setup or something like that, just to save some room. But everything is better than the stock manifolds. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. As I mentioned, it's only the wiring harness that is left to do, and then I'm ready to give it a go and try to pull this whole thing upwards. All right. So here we are. Pull off the flywheel. Could just as good do it now than when the engine is in the engine stand. It can be hard to reach all the bolts and stuff. So up here is quite packed, but mostly every connection follows the engine out. It's really clever, this setup from AMG. All the water pipes has like snap connections like this one. It's only a string in the coupler and you can pull it out and it just snaps out. 10 seconds and it's off. The electricity is connected in this box. You got all the wiring for the starter and the generator. 2 nuts, everything is off. The rest follows the engine. It's the same on top. You have connections in the fuse box and you pull off the upper bulkhead plate and you can just pull the whole thing out. Really clever, this. So it looks quite forward from here. The only thing that concerns me is when I start lifting the engine, there are some connectors like this on the rack that's really close to the engine mount. I'm a bit scared if it bounces around, it will break off. And I bet those ain't cheap. So, yeah. But all in all, it looks quite good from here. So now I have one water hose. That is a bit tricky. Yeah, and all the AC lines are taken off, as you can see. The radiator fan shroud was 2 bolts and just pull up. Super easy. 2-minute job, top. And the AC lines were just holding in this bracket and has a bolt on each flange. So really easy setup, this. So now it's just a matter of unplugging the last coolant line and we will hopefully have liftoff. All right.